Alien antennas are a thing, and this guy's refused to take one off of his house. Do you know that a group of geese is called a gaggle, and a group of Karens is called a homeowners association? I would like to say that this never happens in the United States. This is a story that I got from UK and World News, but unfortunately, homeowners associations are a thing we actually have to contend with in the United States. ARRL currently has a bill in place with Congress to prohibit the application of certain private land use restrictions for amateur radio stations, which means homeowners associations won't be able to tell amateur radio operators what we can and can't do with our own property. That's a high-level overview, but check this out, okay? So homeowner refuses to take down alien antennae and instead adds more. Yeah, that's what I would do. Okay. All right, now, in their defense, that kind of looks alien. Okay, yeah, that kind of looks, look at that, the VHF antenna over there on the left. There's two of them, actually. Well, that's not VHF. That's one of those ISO antennas. They're HF, but they're just very strange looking. So, okay. I can see alien. But, you know, if aliens were to land on this planet, wouldn't you want to welcome them? I would welcome the Vulcans, the Borg, not so much. But that's just me. That's my personal opinion. I'm not trying to be racist against Borg. Okay. Homeowner has been told to remove the radio antennae. ANTENNAE. Is that an English word? Is that an old English word for antennas? Or is it pronounced antennae, like plural, like octopi? I don't know what that means. Antennae. It might just be a different spelling. A homeowner has appealed against an order to remove 7 radio antennas installed on his house without planning permission. Apparently he needs permission to install stuff on his own house. In February, a council issued an enforcement notice ordering the structures to be removed. Frank Jensen, an amateur radio enthusiast, has refused to do so. Good job, Frank. Congrats to you, sir. And has now appealed to the Secretary of State, saying planning permission should have been granted. He argues steps required to comply with the requirements of the notice are excessive, and lesser steps would overcome the objections. Lesser steps meaning keep your hands off of my property. Enforcement action was first approved in 2002, 21 years ago, and some antennas were removed. Another enforcement notice was issued in 2014, 12 years later, but those antennas remain and have been added to. Yes, that's right, up yours. Following a further complaint, officers issued a further enforcement notice, now the subject of an appeal. Defending the notice, South End Council said the antennas are considered to result in a demonstrable and significant harm to the visual amenity of the area. As such, it is reasonable, expedient, and in the public interest to pursue enforcement action to secure the removal of the antennas on the grounds they appear intrusive, alien, and out of character in this area of high-density residential development and detract from the appearance of building and site on which they are located. I don't know how it is, and it doesn't say where this is UK News, Berkshire Live. It doesn't say exactly where they are, but high-density areas typically are not that appealing to look at. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with high-density areas, but let's get real. You're not talking about a 1-acre lot with a 5,000 square foot house, are you? If you have an alien antenna that you want to put on your house, I highly suggest using Mezimplomi Coax, MMP Coax, which is the sponsor of today's video. You can get a 5% discount at gigaparts.com. Use the link in the description below and the coupon code of KC5HWB. You can save 5% on their connectors, several different sizes of coax. It is some of the best coax that I have used in this industry. Definitely some of the best compression connectors I've used in this industry. I've got all Mezimplomi Coax Broad Pro 50 coax run on my home shack. I'm about to put a bunch of new airborne coax into my vehicle. So thank you, Mezimplomi, for supporting this channel. Given the nature and harmful impacts of the breach of planning control, it is considered necessary and proportionate for this enforcement notice to be served in order to seek and to remedy the identified harm. Okay, so a guy has 7 antennas on his house, and it's causing harm to the visualization of the property. Wow. I want this guy, whoever wrote that order asking him to take down his antennas. I want that guy's life, where the biggest problem he has to face today is having to look at someone else's house where he doesn't have to live that has antennas on it. What a cushy life that guy must have. Congrats to you for having absolutely no problems to complain about in your whole life, sir. If the appeal fails, the resident will have to remove 3 poles and antennas from a sidewall, 2 from a rear wall, along with 2 freestanding antennas. Most antennas need planning permission unless it is considered a permanent deployment, such as a TV or ground-mounted antennas up to 3 meters in height, but some councils allow more. If it has been present for 4 years or more, which this was 2002, then 2014. 2014 is 9 years ago at the time of this recording. It may also be exempt, but proof would be required. And if the antenna is mobile, those are not mobile antennas on that house, guys. It may also not need planning permission. In this case, the council said the antennas on site do not benefit from permitted development provisions, and with the service of the 2014 notice, any potential permitted development rights have been lost. I gotta say, those do look kind of alien, but to me, they look good. I mean, seriously. Yeah. Alien, yeah, good. Guy's got a nice house. He's got that special kind of, like, what is that? Like, it's like stone or ceramic shingles. The siding around this window looks good. The paint on the house, it looks like stucco, really. Is not peeling. It's not broken. There's no cracks in it. Brick over on the far right looks good. I mean, yeah. I can show you some expensive homes in this area that have antennas on them, but usually they're on the back of the house, which the only thing on the front of the house I see is this weather station up here, right here. This is a weather station. See if I can zoom in, right? Nope. Right there. This guy right here, that's a weather beacon, a wind speed barometer, wind speed meter and whatnot. All the other stuff is on the back of the house. So what do you care, group of Karens called a homeowners association, that this guy has antennas on his house? You know what? I'd like to say we don't have this problem here, but we totally do. We totally do. So what do you guys think about the alien antennas? Yeah, I mean, they're just HF antennas. HF and VHF antennas. They're nothing special. They're actually, you know what? A vertical pole antenna, I think, looks a lot less. They said that they could put up TV antennas. Well, those horizontal TV Aggies, I mean, there can be 4, 5, 6 elements to those things. Those look a lot more intrusive than a vertical pole to me. Vertical pole just looks like a stick, if you don't know any better. And a TV antenna looks ugly. And who uses TV antennas anymore? HD TV antennas, but you got to get those up really high to get more than just 2 or 3 stations. Good luck, Frank.